Have you ever looked at someone in their late 50s or early 60s and they're cool, calm, stress-free, sitting on their patio, drinking their coffee, and you're wondering, how do they seem so ready for retirement? And why do I feel like I'm still figuring things out? That's me. Spoiler alert. It's not luck. It's not a secret trust fund. It's not some magical thing that kicks in whenever you're 59 and a half. It's the habit these people started when they were in their 40s. Hey, friends, I'm Tracy Morris with eXp Realty, and I specialize in helping folks in Central Illinois and really across the country prepare for their next chapter, whether that's going to be downsizing, relocating, stepping into the pre-retirement and 55 plus lifestyle you've been dreaming about. But today, we're talking about the 5 habits people in their 40s and 50s can start right now that pay off big when retirement finally rolls around. Let's go ahead and get into it. So habit number 1, that's going to be know your next chapter number. All right, so the first habit is something most people skip until they're full-blown retirement panic mode, and that's knowing your next chapter number. This is not a generic retirement calculator. This is your personal, specific number. How much does it realistically cost for you to live the life you want at age 55, 60, 65, whatever that retirement number is for you? This is not going to be your neighbor's lifestyle. This is not going to be the influencer on TikTok traveling to Europe for 6 months. This is yours, your number alone. What does that life look like for you? Are you staying in Peoria? Are you heading into a 55 plus community, maybe in Phoenix, Arizona? Are you wanting to move somewhere warm like Central Florida, which has a special place in my heart? Or do you want to travel more, work less, or maybe even work part-time? You might be shocked on how many decisions become easier once you know your number. Things like housing decisions, and then how you're going to pay off your debts, whether you're going to downsize or keep your current home, what kind of health plan even makes sense, even whether you're wanting to work 1 more year, or if you think you might need to extend it out for 5 years. Think of this like giving your future self a roadmap instead of just hoping everything lines up later. So you'll want to talk with your CPA or do some research for calculators to find out what that number looks like for you. And for the calculators, please make sure it is specific to you, what you want, and you can kind of do a few different calculations. Habit number 2 is clean up your housing situation early. Okay, so this one is huge. And honestly, if you're in your 40s and early 50s, listen closely. Your home will either be your biggest stressor at retirement or your biggest source of freedom. People wait way too long to get their home ready for the next chapter. I go into homes and people are ready to sell it so they can retire, and there are some things that need to be done. And I'm not talking just a couple things. I'm talking about the last 20 years of things. So they wait until they're 60 and suddenly they need to repair the roof, replace the flooring, clear out 25 years of why did I even keep this kind of stuff? And let me tell you, at people in their 60s, they don't want to spend their weekends doing that. So now is the time to start. And I don't mean like full renovation stuff. I'm talking about slow, bite-sized progress. So we're thinking fresh paint in the main spaces, replacing worn flooring before it becomes an emergency, going room by room and decluttering. Don't fill it back up. Updating fixtures and handles, updating your lighting, knock out the small maintenance items just a little bit at a time. So if you've got a leaky toilet, or if you have a leaky faucet, maybe the handrails are a little loose, things like that. Your 40s and 50s really are that sweet spot. You usually have more income and more flexibility to do those things. So when the day comes that you're ready to sell, downsize, move closer to the grandkids, relocate to the mountains, or spend winters in Florida, your home is pretty much show ready, and stress is not part of the equation. I will come in there and I will say, this looks great. You've already done the updates. Good for you. This one habit saves people thousands of dollars and months of stress later. So habit number 3, build flexible income streams. And here is a truth that we don't love admitting. Retirement income today is not what it used to be back in the day. And I'm not talking about building this massive business or flipping 12 houses a year. I mean, creating just one flexible stream of additional income now, while you're in your 40s and early 50s, that will serve you beautifully later. And maybe that's a rental property, one rental property, maybe a small Airbnb, or maybe you want to do traveling nurse rental, which is really big here in Peoria. Maybe you can do seasonal consulting, or maybe it's a simple side hustle that quietly just builds income, like an Etsy store. Even something storing like an RV, if you have the space, like a micro storage unit, like a Morton shed, rent that out if you're not using it. That's just one thing that gives you some options, because here's the beauty of flexible income. It helps you pay for the fun stuff. It gives you wiggle room for the unexpected costs. It can help cover healthcare gaps. And it gives you the option, maybe, to even retire early or just work fewer hours. I mean, that would be nice, right? It becomes your freedom fund, not your, I guess I'm working until I'm 72 fund. So your 40s and early 50s are the best time to experiment with these small investments or small ventures while the stakes are low and the timeline is long. So consider that. Let me know what you think would be some things you would do. Habit number 4 is start living like the future you. This one is probably my favorite. My husband and I have already started doing that. So if you're in your 40s and 50s, I'm in my 40s, my husband is in his 50s, this is the perfect time to start designing the lifestyle you want for your 60s and beyond before you're actually there. Picture your ideal retirement or pre-retirement life. We are in our pre-retirement life. We knew we wanted to be on a lake. So we have purchased a house on a lake that we can age in. But what about you? Do you see yourself in a ranch with no stairs? Do you want maintenance-free living? So maybe like something with an HOA or a 55 plus community? Do you want to winter in Phoenix or Central Florida, close to Disney? Because I love Disney, would be an option. Or maybe you want to stay right here in Peoria to be close to friends and family, but you just want to simplify everything. So whatever your future looks like, start creeping towards it now. Try smaller living and take trips to the cities that you're considering relocating to. Visit 55 plus communities early just to see what's out there. The Villages is way different than Del Webb's. Personally, we love the Del Webb Sunbridge in St. Cloud, Florida. We've been to a few of them, visited them. That one is our favorite. Margaritaville has retirement communities as well. Totally different vibe from Del Webb and the Villages. You need to visit them. Practice the lifestyle that you want and try out the routines that make you feel more balanced. Test out what you enjoy and what you don't, and just kind of figure that out. Remember that retirement is not a finish line. It's something you build slowly, intentionally, almost like layers. So the earlier you start living like a future you, the smoother your transition becomes. Habit 5, reduce liability early. This one is big. Most people think retirement is all about saving money, but here's something just as important. Reducing your liability before it becomes a burden. So if you're in your 40s and early 50s, start paying attention to things like the property taxes, insurance costs, weather-related risks, mobility-friendly home layouts. Is it walkable? What's the walkability? And also, you want to look at not just the property taxes, but the state level taxes and access to healthcare. You may want to live in the country with lots of acres, but if you're older and there's no hospital around, that might be something you want to consider. Also, consider the cost of living differences between the states that you're considering. And this is why I like the list, like the best places to retire in the US by the US News and World Report. They actually do matter because reports like that, they look at all the practical stuff most of us ignore until it's too late. By the way, Peoria, yes, Peoria, Illinois, made that list a couple of years ago. So you don't have to choose a city from their list, but it's smart to think like the people who do. So consider everything that they are considering. A lot of retirees run into trouble not because they didn't save enough, But because the costs around them just became too heavy, they didn't think about the HOAs and the taxes and the health care, things like that. So you want to go ahead and start planning for that now, because that is next level retirement thinking, and it starts in your 40s. So don't forget to do that. Very important. Those are the habits that you need to start considering. It's just 5. It's just 5. But here's the truth. You really don't have to overhaul your life, and you don't have to have everything figured out. You just need to start. Just start. Pick one of those habits and start there. Small habits in your 40s and early 50s can lead to these huge wins in your late 50s and 60s when you're really ready to heavily think about retirement. And if you're thinking about downsizing or relocating, prepping your home for sale, or just getting your long-term plan together, I'd love to help you out with that. I work with pre-retirees, I'm one of them, and retirees a lot. And your next chapter should feel exciting, not overwhelming. So thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Again, I'm Tracy Morris with eXp Realty, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.